Oh my god, I'm a fucking garbage bitch. I was supposed to have this month's fucking favorites today, and I recorded it like 5 fucking days ago. But I ended up deleting all of the footage on accident because I've been rendering things straight from the SD card. Because I'm too lazy to transfer it over because transferring it over takes like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna have to re-record that, but in the meantime, let's do something that's a little bit easier to edit that I can actually get uploaded by tomorrow night. Now, the idea for this video is totally not my idea, and I don't usually do these tag type videos, but as the person that I am, I feel like I have a lot of really unpopular opinions. So why not give you guys more reason to hate me? I'll post a link in the description to the 2 videos that I watched before this on Unpopular Opinions, one by Jenna Marbles and one by Tana Mojo. Both entertaining and gorgeous YouTubers. Thanks for the idea that I'm going to steal from you. I have a list of things that I've compiled in like 10 minutes that would fit into the category of unpopular opinions. And I want you guys to post in the comments what you guys think your unpopular opinions are. And I also want you to tell me if you agree or disagree with mine. I really love keeping an open dialogue with you guys and discussing things. I spend way too much time in my comment section, and it's probably never gonna change no matter how big of a YouTuber I get. I read almost every one of you guys' comments, so they definitely matter to me. Thank you. Number 1 is the obvious one. I don't believe in God. And as I say that, I want to remind you guys that these are my opinions. That's why the title is Unpopular Opinions, not Factual Facts by Tara. You are entitled to your belief system no matter what it is, and you're entitled to your opinion, which is protected under our country's freedom of speech, which I wholeheartedly support. Like, there's a lot of content out there I don't like, but I do not say they should be removed or censored. I hate censorship. Actually, hating censorship at any age is kind of something that's an unpopular opinion because a lot of people think you should censor things from your kids. You should not. You should educate rather than censor. The second one is I don't give a shit about politics. I got a lot of hate for my video on why I don't vote. A lot of people saying it's my duty as an American to put in my vote, and then they go down with the slippery slope fallacy like if I don't vote, nobody will vote and then nobody will make a decision in the country, when I am very grateful for all the other people that are picking up my slack. I would rather leave the voting to the people who actually feel like they make a difference and actually feel like they have the time to allot to educating themselves enough to make a formulated opinion. Someone once told me that it takes me like 10 minutes to look up the politicians and what they stand for, but half the time they're lying and what they stand for is bullshit and they don't actually follow through. So it takes a lot more research than that. And I don't even feel like the public actually has access to enough information to make a good, educated opinion. One that's worthy of actually deciding what's going on in our country. And I don't even feel like it makes that big of a difference. Not in the whole like, oh, I'm one vote, I don't make a difference type of thing. But more along the lines of I'm not electing one sole person who's gonna make all the decisions willy-nilly. Like, that's why we have different branches. The next one is I don't think respect should be blindly given. I think there's a vast difference between respecting someone and giving them human decency and respecting their human rights. Like, I obviously can't just go up and like fuck someone in the ass. But actually giving someone respect, that's something that should be earned. And I'm fully aware that the respect that's given to me or that I give to other people is based on my upbringing, my opinions, and my anecdotal experiences with the person. That's why anytime I do judge people, which is natural by the way, I keep an open mind and I allow myself to have my mind changed if something changes. Like if I absolutely hate someone and then they do something awesome, I'm not like stuck hating them forever like most people are. And I don't hate people just because I disagree with them once or twice. That's why I love the open-minded comments in the comment section saying that I don't always agree with you, but I'm always entertained by your content. Or I may not agree, but you make me think. Not, die bitch, you don't agree with my ideologies. That's just fucking ridiculous. Calm the fuck down. Ooh! Demi just bought some of my merch. Shameless plug, links in the description. The next thing is I don't give a shit about celebrities or what they're doing. Like sometimes that can be interesting, but a lot of people like read up on that shit every day and make that their lives, and then they chat about it with other people as if that matters. And it's really frustrating how a lot of people make an opinion on someone in the media as if they actually know them personally and know what's going on in their heads. And they take every little thing in the media as fact, and then they have like actual passionate emotions about these people. You don't even stop to think that you could never possibly know the actual situation and the truth of things, or the fact that it's totally unhealthy to have idols. Famous people and rich people are just like you, except probably with more problems. The grass is always greener, and I saw a quote recently, and I don't usually like quotes on Instagram. Or maybe it was like a Facebook video that Jay showed me, I don't know. But it was talking about how a lot of the huge issues with people's body image and their happiness is that they're comparing their behind the scenes with someone else's highlights. Which is basically what you're doing when you see someone else's life through Instagram or the media, and you're like, I fucking hate that person. Or, oh my god, I wanna be them. When I was growing up, I never really had idols. It was just more like, Christina Aguilera is really pretty. I like her hair and her red lips. This person's really good at singing. That's a really cool talent. The next one is balls are great. I don't know why everyone hates them. Why do most women think balls are gross? Like, what do they encounter some like extremely smelly balls of some guy that's never showered? I blame these women for the amount of guys that still have hairy balls. The guys are just like, why would I get razor burn when no one's gonna go down there anyway? I can deep throat and I like balls. Please keep them clean shaven for me. Okay, this is one that no one's gonna agree with, but I think fake beauty is more admirable than natural beauty. Just like I think talent, something you're born with, is less admirable than something you worked toward. People are all like, oh, you suck, you're fake. You wear makeup and you get surgery and you work out. Okay, maybe not the workout thing. Because clearly the former two are for some reason only something that a degenerate would do. With low self-esteem. Never just because they want to improve. My body's my fucking canvas. It's like working on a car for me. It's a hobby and I gain pride from the fact that I worked to get where I am today.
Oh, but she's never worked a day in her life.
You're clearly not familiar with how many channels and how many videos I upload a day, and all the other shit that goes on behind the scenes. Because once again, you're formulating a strong, what you believe to be objective opinion based on zero knowledge. But anyway, I don't understand why people say that someone is so much better if they're naturally beautiful. If you wake up in the morning and you're naturally beautiful, that's amazing for you, but how is that hard? How is that admirable? You were just born that way. For the record, I'm not hating on people who are naturally beautiful. I love you guys. I love natural beauty. Even though it's not my preferred aesthetic, I like my own natural beauty as well. Honestly, I don't think the way someone looks should say anything about them other than they like to look the way that they're looking. Babies are fucking gross and I never want to have them. They're also a complete waste of my life. Fuck that. This is an opinion I've had since I was very, very little. And people said that when I get in my mid-20s, it's gonna change. It still hasn't. Now they're saying it's gonna change in my 30s. And then at the end of my 30s, they're gonna start telling me that I need to hurry up because my time's running out. While I still have the opinion that I don't want to have kids. When I was younger, I asked my mom how we get babies. And she gave me the whole stork routine. I was pretty young. Mom, why you don't just tell me the truth? And then I asked her a follow-up question. How do I not get babies? Because she basically just said they come on storks at any given time and didn't actually tell me how. So then my mother, not even a very religious person, told me you have to pray. And for a couple years of my life, I was praying as a little girl, please God, do not give me any children. Not even really knowing what God is, or if I believe in him, just as a precaution, because I really didn't want children. And then when I got a little bit older, where I would have like younger cousins, or like someone's baby, and someone wanted me to hold the baby, I'm like, no. And I still feel that way now. I hate babies on planes, I hate babies in restaurants, I hate babies in general, and no, it is not a good argument to say I used to be a baby once. I didn't choose to be a baby, that doesn't make me a hypocrite. And if my mom had decided to swallow me instead of birth me, and I had a consciousness that could make decisions, I would most certainly be like, yeah, mom, that makes sense. So yeah. The next one I have written down is monogamy is stupid. Pretty much labels in general are stupid. Who gives a fuck about labels? There are so many social justice warriors that go around sporting 1,000 labels. Or people forgetting what love is actually about because they're putting so many labels and restrictions on their relationships. And I know you guys have been asking me for a long time to do a video on open relationships and polyamory, and I need to do that. I will. But yeah, so for this video, I'm just gonna keep it simple and say monogamy is stupid. And once again, I feel the need to say that if it works for you, it works for you, and I am glad you are happy. Don't let anything I say deter you because there's nothing more important than continuing to be yourself and doing what makes you happy. I also advocate freedom of speech. And if you want to tell me that I'm stupid for not liking monogamy, you have the right to say it. I'm a grammar Nazi, and I do not let it fly that certain things that you should have learned in 3rd grade when your mother tongue is English
It's just like, it doesn't matter and it doesn't make you stupid.
It's not like you're shortening anything. Like people that don't know the difference between the contraction your and the plural your, or don't know that there's no apostrophe in yours. Ugh. You can say that it doesn't matter all you want.
And you can say like, oh my god, it's texting. So like, I just want it to be easier.
I'm not talking about the people that spell you with just a U instead of using Y-O-U. Whatever, if you want to do that, that's fine. I don't do that because I like vocabulary grammar in the English language. I'm talking about people that actually add extra letters because they think that Y-O-U apostrophe R-E is appropriate in the sentence, your car is cool. I can't even. And then what's worse is the accidentally hypocritical people in the comment section who call me stupid while using grammar like that. Once again, fluent English speakers who are born in an English-speaking country. Like, what is your problem? Like, you're hating on me for being stupid, but your argument is pretty invalid when it's blatantly hypocritical. I hate current slang, bae, fuckboy, all these things. And yes, I do use them on my stream. Ironically, I'm trying to embrace it. Maybe it's a generational thing, I don't know. Honesty is so much better than fake niceness. I cannot stand fake niceness. The way people in modern society use the quote, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Oh, it blows my mind. And while we're on that topic, politically correct behavior in any way, like, oh my god. If you ask me if you look fat in the dress, and you look fat in the dress to me, I'm gonna tell you. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go out of my way to be mean to you, to hurt you and bully you. That's two completely different ideas. And I feel like so many people are wrapped up in being a nice person that you don't even know what they actually think. They're thinking all the terrible things that every normal human thinks, all the perverted ideas and all the judging at first glance, but then they're acting like they're some kind of nice angels and afraid of confrontation and hurting people's feelings. Blah. There are a few YouTubers on here I can't stand because of that. Like literally one of the YouTubers I watch all the time, cringing every 5 seconds because I can't stand how politically correct he is. It drives me crazy. Nice people, you're not finishing last because you're nice. You're finishing last because you're fake and boring. I've talked about this many times. And lastly, I'm a vegetarian. Pretty much get hate from vegans and meat eaters because I'm like right there in the middle. And I have no good excuse to not be vegan. Honestly, it's just the fact that I want to get my groceries delivered to me and I don't want to have to spend extra money and time on food. Otherwise, I would totally be vegan. And that's not a good excuse. Hey, I have flaws too. At least I'm honest. And don't hate other people for not thinking the way that I do. In my opinion, you shouldn't hate people for their beliefs, you should hate people for their actions, or just not hate people at all because that's like time consuming and negative and unproductive. I hope you at least found entertainment in this video. Like, subscribe, and as prompted before, post your comments in the description. What? Don't post your comments in the description, that's like not possible. You would have to like hack me. Post your opinions in the comments. Thank you so much for being the wonderful, opinionated, thought-provoking people that you are. I may be a misanthrope, but I absolutely love you guys. Maybe I wouldn't love every one of you if I knew you personally, but that's my own personal struggle that I have to get over. I have too many pet peeves. But as a collective family that I feel like I can talk to, bounce ideas off of, and just be myself around, you guys are better than any real-life friends. And that's the honest truth. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you tomorrow with a cool gaming video. I know, on this channel, right? You'll see, it'll be alright.